Good evening, one and all present over here. The galaxy of intellectuals, your excellence, invited guests, faculties, and my dear friends. How wonderful is this evening? Indeed, a very wonderful one. The vibes around us tells a beautiful tale, which will be truly unforgettable. Dear all, I am pretty sure the 3 days retreat on mental health will be highly enriching and will give valuable insights for day to day life. Today, we will discover as the colors of this event embellish us all together. Well, I, Dr. Parth Pandya, a member of this esteemed Association of Zoologists and presently working as head UGPG office at Navratna University, Vadodara, shall be your host for the evening. It's my great pleasure and the first and foremost duty on behalf of the committee members of Association of Zoologists. I welcome you to the today's program. I assure you that today's program shall be full of exuberance, excitement, and will create beautiful memories for all of us. As it is rightly said, days are not lost when memories are created. So let us begin today's event with prayers to Almighty.
इन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
Thank you so much, technical team, for this wonderful prayer. I feel honored to bring to you Professor P.C. Mankodi, President of Association of Zoologists. Professor Mankodi is one of the founder and pioneering member of AOZ. Previously to that, he was former head at the Department of Zoology of the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda. He has more than 40 years of teaching and research experience and has guided 20 PhDs and still more counting. There are a lot more credentials to speak for Professor Mankodi, but I will restrict myself and will invite him to give presidential address and brief us about the program highlights. Please, sir.
Thank you, Parth. Thank you very much for good words for me. Uh, Parth is one of my favorite students, so he is always talking good for me. But anyway, I, as the president of AOZ, welcome you all, and would be very happy to tell you that this particular association is highly active in providing lot of variety of information which are needs of the day. Like we have already started series of events, probably some of you might have already attended, that what a zoologist can do, what the scopes and futures are there for zoologists. So that is one program we have done. We are now coming up with some good workshops also. But coming to today's program and today's 3 day activity, yes, this is a really a novel idea to be on screen with you people and discuss such a type of components. Rutuja Foundation is a very renowned foundation, and they are here today with AOZ, and they have brought three great speakers. What is they are going to narrate and explain, and what they are going to train us is a time which is going to tell us. But whatever I have gathered the information, and which I certainly know, is that the all three are eminent speaker. They are psychologists, they are doctorates, and they are education psychology, industrial psychology, clinical psychology. So basically, psychology means mind. So what they are going to discuss with us is about our activity within the purview of our psychological approach and our mind. So naturally going to be having a very good food, not only for our body, but for our mind. So I hope that all of you will relish that, and also you will digest this. If you digest this, then certainly it is going to be a very good positive thing for you. So with this, I request our technical team to bring the foundation people on screen and continue with the program. I shall be there with you. Thank you.
So this is our Professor Mankodi. Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging and enlightening address. As we all know that this program is highlighted to spread the awareness of the mental health, which is being organized due to the dual effect of AOZ and Rutuja Foundation. So let's have some glimpses of AOZ, its activities and vision through a video presentation. I request Dr. Nehal to please play the video.
Hello friends, I am here to introduce AOZ or the Association of Zoologists. AOZ has a vision that aims at becoming a representative, prominent platform for zoologists to disseminate knowledge of the contemporary development in the field of animal sciences and zoology. And as you can see, AOZ has just started. We are very young, established on 19th December 2019 as a non-profit organization under the Company Act of 2013 by a small group of enthusiastic zoologists. In other words, the Association of Zoologists aims at strengthening the bonds with allied subjects. It believes in enhancing the capacity of young zoologists. It also advocates for zoology and also encourages collaborative research, learning, innovation in the field of animal sciences, as well as the interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary sciences which are affecting not only our country but globally. So our objectives mainly include encouraging collaborative research, gathering and disseminating scientific information in the form of symposia, seminars and conferences, capacity building in the form of workshops at the state and the national level, initiate regular training programs in various fields of zoology, to promote young zoologists through small grants, fellowships and travel assistance, also to provide services to the society as a part of extension activities, to encourage young students to study zoology and to build a career by providing adequate career counseling, and also proactively participate for the purpose of conservation of animals and the environment. AOZ is represented by Dr. Paresh Poria from Veraval, Dr. Rajesh Senma from Vakal, Dr. Nehal Shah from Surat, Dr. Devendra Singh Jhala from Ahmedabad, Dr. Archana Gajjar from Junagadh, Dr. Bharat Singh Goyal from Bhavnagar, Dr. Jigna Desai from Surat, Dr. Nishit Dharaya from Patan, and myself, Dr. Ranjit Singh Devkar from MS University, Baroda. Besides the board of directors, the council members include Dr. Arun Dholakia from Navsari, Dr. B.B. Radadia from Rajkot, Professor Nayan Jain, who was also our vice president from Ahmedabad, Dr. Bharat Singh Goyal from Bhavnagar, and Dr. Chirag Acharya from Pilwai College. The unique feature of the Association of Zoologists is the inclusion of a diverse variety of subjects which come under the common umbrella, starting with Professor N.J. Chinoy Memorial Lecture to the program that was done in Aribas for celebration of the coral diversity and the avifaunal diversity of Gujarat, celebrating the World Wetland Day, the World Oceans Day, the World Nature Conservation Day, and the list is endless. Lots of competitions are also organized for the students to encourage their participation and to train them and teach them about various facets of zoology. Hands-on training program and workshops are greatly emphasized in AOZ for capacity building and training the students, researchers and young scientists in not only the laboratory based techniques but also in the field biology based techniques such as field ecology and wildlife biology. AOZ performs a lot of online activities as well, the most recent being the success stories of zoology alumni. People who have distinguished themselves in various fields of biological sciences, but at the same time have been a zoology alumni and have studied zoology. Such people are interviewed to narrate their experiences as a zoology student and their progression into a professional. This actually is very important for the students to shape up their career as a zoologist. Also, there are AOZ lecture series which invites distinguished scientists, professors to talk about their research work. AOZ has a strong presence on the social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. You can access freely to the content available on these platforms. Presently, AOZ has 60 members and our head office is based at the Department of Life Sciences, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. You can reach us at zoologistassociation2020@gmail.com. So at the Association of Zoologists, you will come across a variety of members with vast experiences in the field of biological sciences, especially zoology. These people are researchers, professors of international repute. So young students, faculties, scientists, researchers, as well as the mid-career scientists will get an opportunity to share a common platform. Please become a member. The bank details are provided herein. You can also get membership details from any of the office bearers of AOZ. We are open for donations, so please donate generously for a noble cause and become a member and a part of the AOZ family. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Devkar, Dr. Nehal, and other office bearers for this wonderful video. Moving on further, as we know, a great clap is due to the due effects of two hands. Yes, the second hand for this program, that is for today's program, is Rutuja Foundation, for which I would like to introduce and invite one of the esteemed trustee, Dr. Purvi Patel. Dr. Patel is a practicing homeopath for over 15 years and has dedicated her career to helping her patients achieve complete cure and relief from their illnesses. In pursuit of offering her patient the best care possible, she has pursued numerous certificate courses including diet, nutrition, mindfulness coaching for adults and teens, mental health support, coaching mastery, meditation, and teacher training. In addition to her professional experience, Dr. Patel has also gained recognition as a speaker, having delivered a speech on mindfulness on the occasion of International World Health Day 2021. She has also published her first self help book, The Awakening Know Your True Self, on Amazon.com. Dr. Patel is driven by a mission to live with integrity and be a positive force in the lives of others, helping them to live their best lives both physically and mentally. Her vision is to empower all the people across the globe to live their lives to the fullest. With her extensive education, experience, and passion for holistic health, Dr. Patel is credible and trusted coach in this field. So I request Dr. Patel to introduce Rutuja Foundation. The desk is yours, ma'am. Ma'am, we are not able to hear. You are not audible, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. We are not able to hear you, ma'am. Can you just plug in the headphones, ma'am? No, no, ma'am. We are not able to hear you. No, no. Yeah, you are on mute, but we are not able to hear the voice of yours, ma'am. We- Can you just log in once more, ma'am, if possible? So that, yeah. So we'll be waiting for 5 minutes. It's just it's a technical glitch. Okay. Till then, this is a 3-day program, and it was wonderfully said by Professor Mankodi regarding how this program has been shaped. Okay, so we request the audience and all the members who they can post the questions as in when the Falguni ma'am's lecture will be going on to the comment box, and we'll be discussing that questions with Falguni ma'am. So no worries, we can go further and we can introduce Dr. Falguni Jani. So we know that the mind is like water. When it's turbulent, it's difficult to see. When it's calm, everything becomes clear. These are the famous words of Sir Prasad Mahesh. I know everyone is eager to hear today's speaker, Dr. Falguni Jani, and I am very privileged to introduce her. So, Dr. Jani is a counselor in integral psychotherapy. She has worked in Surat for around 20 years as a school counselor for students, teachers, and parents. Additionally, she has worked with psychiatrists to help patients suffering from various mental illness. She lives in Pondicherry since 2016 and works at Sri Aurobindo Center for Advanced Research, Sakar as facilitator for online courses in integral health, integral psychology, and counseling. She has published articles on integral philosophy and psychology and is a speaker at Living Within camps conducted by Sakar and Sri Aurobindo Society publication Namaha on the topics of health and psychology. She is highly active and also aims to serve people suffering from mental stress, for which she has conducted webinars and workshops to overcome depression and other mental health issues without medicine. So, with this few lines, I think so. Purvi ma'am is also here with us. Ma'am, can you just introduce Rutuja Foundation, and then I can assure the Dr. Jani to start with her lecture. No, ma'am, we are not able to hear you. So, what we'll do, ma'am, we'll be taking Rutuja Foundation later. So, I request Dr. Falguni Jani. Uh, the forum is yours, ma'am. Please enrich us with your thoughts on today's program, Mind Matters, Mind, Mental Health, and Wellness. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Parth Pandya. Good evening to you all. Namaste. And I really thank AOZ and Rutuja to invite me for the talk today on one of my very favorite topics regarding mental health. But as you all are a zoologist, let me just start that you are very, very familiar with the organ brain. So today I'm going to clarify a bit between what is brain and what is mind. Most often we confuse. So I think we need to understand that brain is an organ. Now, I need not elaborate on the organ brain to zoologists, but for others who have joined, let me tell you that brain is part of the central nervous system, and there are hundreds and billions of neurons that go from the brain to the various parts of the body, and they are responsible for many major functions of the body, controlling our bodily functions and various learning cognitive processes like perception, memory, language, decision making, and coordination of all our physical movements. Now, that is all right. Now, what is mind? So, before I go to what is mind, let me give you an example that you have purchased a very wonderful car and it has all the wonderful features, very superb, excellent, but can the car run on its own? No. You need a driver who knows how to drive, driver who is aware of where he or she is driving. So you need a person who is alive, who is conscious. So having a good brain is necessary. But the mind, what we are mentioning here, is the consciousness, is the awareness. And it is a broader term that encompasses processes and activities of conscious thought. And mind has a very subjective way of looking at things, each and every one of us. So if I mention anything, say, I mention a fruit or I mention a place, each one of us will be looking at it in a different way. Everything is not as it is to each and every one of us. To me, if I think of lemon, I think of lemon juice. Somebody may think of pickle. And there are numerous other examples that I need not go. That everything has a very subjective experience. Now, mind is the consciousness that uses brain and not vice versa. And as I said, it's a collection of mental faculties. It perceives things, it recognizes things in its own way. And the development of mind changes over the years. As a child, you see an aeroplane in a different way. As an adult, you see in a different way. And if you're a pilot, your whole perception of aeroplane becomes different. And mind has emotions, beliefs, desires, intentions. So all these things you are familiar with. Now I have to explain to you that brain enables the mind to function, and emotions change chemicals in the brain and vice versa. Now here I will take you to what is mental health so you can understand the connection between brain and mind. And what did I just say about the changes in the chemical structure of the brain? So, mental health basically is a state of well being. You feel good psychologically, you feel good emotionally, which means that you are able to cope up with your day to day responsibilities. And every one of us have responsibilities that have some amount of stress, some amount of anxiety, and we are also concerned with people around us, relationships. So, to manage our work, our relationships, certain things do happen into us. Students get into stress and anxiety during exam. Employees get stress when they have to finish the target. And housewives and everybody has some or the other things. So if you're able to cope up with your stress, your anxiety, then you are in a better state of mental health. Now, here I would like to say how the body and mind are connected. You all must be aware that mind body medicine has become very, very popular in the last few decades. Actually, the interference of the mind, thoughts, emotions, beliefs have a great bearing on the body, on the organs of the body. In which way am I telling you? Now, let me give you an example. Suppose you are having a minor accident and there is a pain in your leg, then your mood gets disturbed. Or if you fail in an exam, then also your mood disturbs. So when there is a physical problem, its effect is on the mood and thoughts. And where is an emotional problem, then also there is a effect on the thoughts. And all these things impact your behavior. Many a times we feel energetic, but we don't want to get up and go for our work or exercises. Why? We say, mood nahi hai, maza nahi aa raha hai. So where is the problem? Not in the body, but the body and your behavior is affected by it. So now what I'm going to tell you, that the majority of the illnesses, now this is not something new, the majority of the physical illnesses are due to lifestyle. And what is lifestyle? But a very a group of activities that you do from morning to evening. And if there is no balance between your physical work, your mental work, or your emotional state of mind, then you do not feel well. And when you continue to have a lot of stress regarding your work, or you are feeling sad about something that has happened in your life, like a death in the family, or a separation from the spouse, or some breakup in relationship, when all these things happen and you are not able to process it, or as I would say, you are not able to accept the reality, then what happens? It all those emotions get locked up inside you, and it affects the functioning of your physical organs. Now, many researchers have proved it, that a constant negative thought results in poor functioning of the stomach, digestion, poor functioning of the heart, liver, kidney, etc. So now this is the connection that we must take care, not only to feel good or to keep only mental health well, that we should look after ourselves and our lifestyle, but for physical health. For physical health also, you need to have a balanced life, a healthy lifestyle, and one that balances all the aspects of your life, your physical aspects, your mental work, and all that goes on in your mind that you need for your work every day, concentration, focus, etc. All that is to function well. And I need not emphasize about human relationship, which are very important part of our life. And there are frequent changes in moods. These days you must be observing youngsters. I am facing as a counselor so many cases of youngsters telling me that they are having mood swings all throughout the day. Sometimes they feel elated, then they feel low, sometimes they are irritated, sometimes they are angry. How this happens? Some message comes on their social media, or something that they wanted did not happen. So now all these things are altering the chemical structure in the brain, and the two main secretions that are responsible for happiness and enthusiasm, as you all must be knowing, one serotonin, another dopamine. Now, when you continue to feel sad, then the production of serotonin goes down and it keeps you in a sad mood all the time. And because of that sad mood, you become lonely, you remain solitary, you don't meet people. So, what happens? Gradually, your muscles get hardened, your blood circulation is poor, and you become irritable, you don't talk to people. So, it spoils your whole life. Now, this is the connection that we need to understand, that a good thought, a happy feeling immediately changes the chemical structure and you feel good. But there are so many ways, and come to it, how you can maintain your mental health. And I'll go a step further. Just mental health is a very narrow concept which only speaks about mental peace, mental clarity, etc. But I'm going to tell you that we have an understanding that I would like to share with you, as you all must have uh, known in the poster that I'm working as an advisor to Yaha Wellbeing. And in that, we are going to discuss what is wellness, what is well being, and how we can maintain the well being trinity. The trinity of well being is complete well being of the body, the mind, and emotion. Can we see? Huh? Yes, thank you. Now, you all must be knowing that if the body is very healthy, but if the mind is confused, you don't feel good. Or if the mind is working well, but your feelings are not in the happy zone. So now what we need to understand, that a shift is essential from wellness to well-being. So let us understand what is the difference. Next. Now, in wellness, the prime focus is physical fitness. You go to the gym, you go for a walk, and you do all sorts of yoga asanas and everything. But well being goes a little one step further, where you must do physical exercises. But what is essential is alignment of your body, mind, and energy. They should be on one page. Every aspect should feel energy and balance. The secondary focus of wellness is physical rejuvenation. How do we do it? We go for spa, we go for body massage, physical exercises, etc. Now, well-being tells you that there is a deeper way, and that which is much more enduring, permanent, is that doing yoga exercises, mind practices like breathing, posture, etc., energy practices. Now, stillness and meditation are very, very important. See, we all use our mobile and our laptops all the time, but at some point of time, we need to charge them. Do we understand how to charge our body, our mind, and our heart, its energy? Well, believe me, friends, practicing stillness and meditation actually plugs into the energy that is within you and energy that is in the universe. And all we know is to work, slog ourselves, but we forget to recharge ourselves in a natural way. Because I always tell people that we do not know what we have within, we do not know our powers. And next point, in wellness, the usage of above tools, please go to the previous slide. Yeah, usage of above tools also results in temporary mind relaxation. If you do all this, you feel good. But in wellness, the usage of above tools result in unfolding self-knowledge. I can take more than 1 hour in this one topic, which is know thyself. This is something that I love to do it, and I have taken many workshops and talks on that. So I won't go into detail now, but knowing your gadgets is important for its use, but knowing yourself is very empowering, very liberating, and it frees you from dependency of all outside tools. Once you know yourself, just as you know your wonderful car or any vehicle, and you are able to use its features to the best possible results. Similarly, if you know how your body works, if you know how your mind works, what does your mind like, what does your mind does not like, and how you can best use all your capacities. Next. So now let me tell you what is well-being life. Well, there has to be some sort of a willingness, and the way there is willingness to earn X amount of money and fulfill X type of desires in life. You see, that is our focus. We want to earn money. Now, when you earn money, how do you spend it? Just use it in exhausting your energy, or in being more creative, productive, and growth oriented life? Fulfilling desires all the time can be very exhaustive, but how to balance desires, how to balance energy, that is important. So from earning to learning is the core aspect of well-being life. Next. First of all, there should be willingness. Now, nothing can be done without your own inner willingness to do it. And most of us are not using our willpower. You must have heard about several people who have overcome their physical illnesses just by autosuggestion, just by repeating certain mantras. Just 2 days back, I had a video. Uh, Someone had sent me on WhatsApp about the doctor who had a tumor in his brain. He got operated and the tumor was developing. Then he understood that if he can change his thought patterns, if he can change his beliefs, he can perhaps cure himself. And he said this in a very inspiring TED talk, that he could completely cure himself by changing his thought patterns. But he could do it only because he was willing to do it. So, our will is tremendously powerful. So, friends, I would want you to think about it and learn how to come from the just wishing attitude to the willing attitude. So let us see how we can do it next. Now, what is the wishing attitude? जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं शेख चल्ली की तरह सोचते रहते हैं कि मैं तो ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा, यहाँ जाऊंगा, वहां जाऊंगा. ये एक विशिंग एटीट्यूड है. और विलिंग एटीट्यूड में क्या है? हम करते हैं. तो देखिए, सी विशिंग एटीट्यूड में क्या है? टू मेनी थॉट्स एट वन टाइम but doing nothing. And willing attitude is an organized thought pattern. You plan your day, you plan your routine, and you just do it. In the wishing attitude, you continue to seek approvals from people. But in the willing attitude, you have a decisive nature. In the wishing attitude, there is temporary action or no action. हम लोग अक्सर कहते हैं कि शुरुआत तो बहुत अच्छी हो जाती है. For 1 week, we go for walking, jogging, or we have a controlled diet, or we sit for meditation. 10वें दिन, 11वें दिन ढीला हो जाता है सारा काम. Now, in the willing attitude, there is no slowing down. It's full action all the time. I have heard, you all must have heard, there are many people, when you tell them you can do it, you should do it, they say, no, I can't do this. Morning, I cannot get up. Oh, afternoon, I cannot do this. Sundays, I will not. So I can't. In the willing attitude, It is all moving to I can. I will try and I can. So when you have this wishing attitude, what happens? Your life does not move forward. Your career is stuck up. Your education is stuck up. Your experiences in life are stuck up. And so overall growth is completely stuck up. Whereas in the willing attitude, you move on because you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your limitations, and you are willing to change and make changes all the time to go forward. Next. So, for well being life, we need to integrate these three aspects: physical, mental, and emotional. How do we do it? Let's see. Next. Okay, so over here in brief, I would like to discuss that yahalife.com, the website is over here. Um, I will request Nehal to just put the website and coupon code on the chat box. We have this well-being therapy where you can get peace of mind through music therapy. There are affirmations which act as mantras and change the patterns at the thought level. And there is a well-being guidebook. So systematically you will know how to bring about alignment between your physical, mental, and emotional being. Now, if you are interested in knowing further, I am available. You can also contact Nehal at Rutuja and get in touch with me for more details. Now, I'm open for questions and I really look forward to answering your questions or your doubts or anything that you would like to share.
And if I say briefly, it was a wonderful talk. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So just going ahead with the what we say from for the question answer round, I will invite Dr. Purvi Patel to just introduce ourselves towards the Rutuja Foundation. Dr. Purvi, are you please there? No, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. We are unable to hear you. I think so. The device is under mute. So just can you just unmute your in the settings of the device? No, ma'am. We are not able to hear you. If it is possible, ma'am, you can join only from mobile. That is with mobile data. I think so. There is some issue with the connection. No, no, ma'am. Mhm. We are unable to hear you, ma'am. I don't know. There is some technical glitch at your end, which is not able to. Uh, we can see your face properly. Everything is proper, but we are not. You are not audible. So you can do one thing, ma'am. You can give us the intro, and we can introduce the Rutuja Foundation. Yeah, you can give it to Nehal, ma'am. Yeah, so on behalf of Dr. Purvi, I request Dr. Nehil to just introduce Kutuja Foundation. Please, ma'am. Can you just unmute yourself, ma'am? Yeah. Uh, no, ma'am, we are not able to hear you. Just unmute yourself.
Yeah, so good evening, everybody. I'm extremely sorry. Due to the glitch, the program is really getting bad, and I actually had an electricity trouble, but fortunately, God's grace, it has just turned up. So I'll quickly go through the slides to help everybody understand what the foundation is about. Rutuja Foundation was a vision of mine as I had been working on premenstrual syndrome past 8 years, and I got to establish it in August 2020. And later on, it has COVID has helped it grow, and people's love has made it more popular. This is our team. So Dr. Purvi is one of the trustee and head of social activities at Rutuja, and Dr. Sheetal Gandhi is another doctor with us who is heading the research wing of Rutuja presently. And we have number of sections wherein we do a lot of different activities. So we have a mental health section wherein we do activities related to the cause, the awareness of mental health, and also provide some techniques for the same. We run a book lovers club to encourage reading in public. So it's a monthly activity. Every month we do some activities into it, and we have an elaborative research section wherein we do field based women's health related basic research, where interns are invited. A lot of students come to do dissertations with respect to women's health. We also have a special section on menstrual disorders and menstrual cycle known as Rutu, as Rutu is known to be periods in Sanskrit. So Rutu at the rate Rutuja, wherein we do again activities concerning the hygiene, sanitation, awareness, scientific aspects of menstrual cycle and its related menstrual disorders. And we have a general section of health and nutrition for women, wherein a lot of diet information, how to deal with your health, your lifestyle, different aspects of women's health are covered into it. We are doing these activities past 2 years, and we have already completed 60 online programs and 5 online offline programs, which have been lot of positive effect for a lot of people all over the India as well as abroad. And this doesn't describe how many hours. These programs have been from 2 hours to 21 days. So it sounds 60 programs, but actually few of our programs have been for 10 days to 21 days and so on. Guided relaxation we started for COVID and post traumatic aspects related to COVID during COVID period, and we continued 65 such guided relaxation sessions every day. And our interns have completed 8 research projects, and we also have done 8 online sessions for our book lovers club. These are few of the people without whom our organization is totally incomplete. They are all our well-wisher experts who have come onto the floor of Rutuja to disseminate the knowledge to the people all around the world. We had 35 international, national, and regional experts. Let me tell you, friends, our organization has not taken a single penny past 2 years to conduct all these programs, and so has been our experts, so good and so generous hearted. They haven't charged us as well. So it's a very valuable opportunity for me to thank all our presenters and all our speakers who have come onto our platform. These are few of our interns, some of our MSc dissertation students who have worked with us. Now, these are the research areas which has been conducted by our interns, and these are few of their publications. We see to it that our interns not only learn the scientific aspects onto the field, but also they have their own credentials developed with us. So we make them go into the conferences, seminars, workshops, and we also see to it that their work gets published in high impact factor journals. These are a few of the organizations. In past 2 years, we have worked with around 13 international, national, and regional organizations for some or the other programs and in a collaborative form. And we are going to start now after COVID offline programs, and a few of the programs are going to be related to environmental aspects. We encourage kitchen garden, terrace garden, and such kind of events. We want to encourage Ayurvedic recipe preparations at home, dietary preparations at home, and also we want to encourage healthy aging amongst the youngsters and our adults. We want to start a digital literacy program for adults particularly, so that they have an ease to use online modes. And we are coming up with a lot of educational models. So we are going to have our own courses on stress management, premenstrual syndrome, and mental health onto your platform very soon with an application. You can reach us on any of these social media accounts. Our media accounts have been followed by more than 1,500 people presently, and we have a very good platform to influence them. Please do connect, like, share, and join us. And you can contact us for collaborations, donations, sponsorships, or any of your customized programs. If you are in need of, you're most welcome to approach Rutuja on the phone number or the email ID or by the website. Thank you so much, and I'm again sorry for the inconvenience caused due to the glitch. Purvi is talking from Mumbai, and there is a heavy rainfall in Mumbai, and that was one of the reasons she couldn't connect. Thank you very much.
So, thank you, dear ma'am, for acquainting us to this prestigious foundation. Uh, Now we are coming back to our question answer round. So, I invite Dr. Falguni to the forum. Yeah. So, ma'am, basically, let me start with one of the question which I have. Basically, I work on various aspects of neuroendocrinology, and we do studies on various animals, and we due to some permissions we are not able to do on humans, right? So this animals also have this the stress like conditions which are being implicated and which is evolutionary conserved, which we suppose. So I just want to know whether it is as you will be having various case studies with you. You are an advisor also, you are a counselor also. So how the neurotransmitter levels are different with age perspective, and how does it affects the mental health? Because most of the people over here are life science people, so they will be technically aware of the neurotransmitters which you have talked about.
See, as I said in my talk, that we have a very powerful consciousness at every level. What I mean by consciousness is that having awareness of a particular faculty, for example, mind. So, as I said, mind deals with thoughts, memories, perception, cognition, etc. So, when you work on the mind, it affects the physical aspects of the brain, the neurons, and all the other parts of the body. So, as I said, there is a connection. So, when I meet people and when they are suffering from stress due to any reason, whether they are suffering stress or anxiety or depression due to physical reason or psychological or emotional reason, I make them understand the root cause of their problem and I give them practical solutions. Since we started late, I will now give you what are the practical solutions that you can do. Our problems start because we don't sleep well. Many people do not get sleep till late night. So, sleep disturbs your whole routine. Now, you must learn to relax before you go to sleep. When you relax before going to sleep, your thought processes are quieter. Now you know that when you've opened so many windows on your laptop and you forced shut your laptop or your computer, it does not go well. It jumbles up. So when you have so many thoughts going on. So first tip is stop all mental activities, stop all social media and other activities 30 minutes prior to going to bed. Listen to light music or read something lighter, and you will feel better. So when you change your thought processes, your breathing pattern improves, and when breathing improves, more oxygen goes into your brain and the other parts of the body. So breathing is one of the main functions that get disturbed when you are under stress or anxiety or depression. And breathing controls most of our activities. Every and that is why we also prescribe physical exercises, because when you do physical exercise, you breathe more, you get more oxygen, and you feel fresh. So changing your activity or changing your thought or changing your emotion has a direct bearing on the physical aspect of your body, and so you become quieter. So you have to adopt these certain ways. And I have given one very practical solution to people who say that all the day we are in the office, and how can we do meditation and how can we do other things that you are telling us. So I said, let us adopt a 2 minute principle or a 2 minute discipline. 2 minutes are not more. Every few hours, say 2 hours or 3 hours, you do take a break. You go to the washroom or you drink water, right? So just for 2 minutes, become still, just observe your breath. Nothing more. I don't want you to meditate. I don't want you to stop your thoughts. But I would want you to observe your breath for 2 minutes. Become still. Imagine you are acting in a movie where somebody is telling you to, become a statue. We used to play as children, right? Statue, freeze, all that. So if we do that few times a day, it recharges you. It puts all your system into alignment with each other. You know what you are feeling. Then there is another 60-second self check. This has also proved very good. If you are feeling disturbed, put your hand on your chest for 1 minute. Just concentrate, and you will know the cause of your disturbance. I have given these tips to my clients, and they have greatly benefited. Now they don't have to go to anybody to know how they are feeling. So, as I said in the well-being therapy plan that I was explaining, that know yourself is very important. Now, the another important question is that how do you know that you are having mental health issues? Well, this is a very important question. You know when you are having fever, the temperature rises. You know when you are having cough and cold. You understand that? Now, the indicators that you are having a disturbed mental health is number one, when you are confused, you cannot take decision, then there is a disturbance at the mind level. Indecisiveness, dilemmas, looking at options all the time, weighing pros and cons, all the time doing that and not going forward. That is one disturbance of the mind. And that can cause stress and many other issues. Now, constantly, if you are doing that, then you get into the loop of overthinking. Overthinking is one of the major symptoms of people all around. Now we have this internet and media, and there are so many things that you just look into it when you have a problem, or for just going out for a trip. You have 10 places. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go there? Should I not go there? Should I consult this doctor? Should I eat this? Should I wear this? Should I do this exercise? Now, I knew a person who used to go for dieting, but every 10 days she changed the diet plan. One day she's doing vegan, after 10 days she's going for keto diet, another then naturopathic, and then she would not arrive anywhere. That I would say is a cause mental health issue. Another thing, you get irritable all the time with people around you. You just snap. You don't reply well. And you are always into that negative feeling that people are not appreciating you. that I'm not being recognized, that I'm not getting my due, I'm just, getting shortchanged and all that. So when you are emotionally unstable, or when you have low self-esteem, when you doubt yourself, when you seek approval from people for anything, you don't ask yourself, or you do not look into yourself and say whether I'm good or not, but you want people to tell you how good you are, then I would say that there is a problem. Now, all these things are very normal, but if you do not pay attention, then this feeling of irritability, this feeling of seeking approval, having low confidence, low esteem, negative thought leads straight to depression. And as a counselor and an advisor at yahalife.com, I would say that 80 to 90% of the people in the world having underlying depression are not aware of it. And it is so easy to overcome depression without medicines, but by doing uh, exercise at the physical level, training of the mind, and cleaning of the negative emotions.
Very well said, ma'am. So we have one more question from Ekta Aha. Can you share some ways in which I can work on my emotional well-being? That is the question asked by Ekta.
Oh, that's very wonderful. Now, what do we mean by emotional well being? Emotional well being means that you are feeling joy, peace, and you are in harmony with people. Now, when there is disharmony, what happens? Disharmony, disturbance means something is not in its place, something is displaced. You have to put it back in its place. So, for that, you can use music. Music therapy is one of the very effective ways of establishing emotional well being, emotional peace, and feeling joy from within. Music therapy harmonizes, because music that is which is raga based, and music therapy that is prepared at yahalife.com, it is raga based and recorded with a special effect, with a healing frequency. So what happens that when those vibrations go deep down, it affects the cells of your body, and the blood circulation, etc., gets improved. And many people have also told us that it has relaxed them. And when music therapy relaxes, then you feel good at the mind level, and then the body becomes more peaceful and energetic. Apart from that, we need to have certain affirmations. Now, earlier we used to know them as mantras. Now we call them affirmations. See, when you are in overthinking, when you are in the pattern of negative thinking, it all goes into the subconscious mind and repeats itself. I'm not good, I'm bad, I'm lonely, I'm a failure, etc. etc. I can't do well for myself. Now, these patterns getting embedded in the subconscious mind will not go away by just telling them, think positively, you are good, you can do it. No, I have seen that it does not work. I have to address their subconscious level. But how do I access the person's subconscious level? It is the person's own responsibility. So, what I give them is affirmations with music. And that puts them into a state of relaxation, because those affirmations are nothing but repeated sentences of positivity recorded with a very special induction method. You say, I'm relaxed, I'm happy, I'm quiet. And when it gets repeated at the subconscious level, it changes the pattern of thought. So now, all the more we need to move away from focusing on outside chemicals like medicines and pills to make us feel good. Our own body produces chemicals that can make us healthy and happy. As I said, serotonin and dopamine. And music therapy does that.
Yeah, so we also have one more question, ma'am, from Bhavna Tahilani. She's saying that stress management in parents, that is especially in mothers having chronic disease dealing with a child having ADHD, autism, or learning disability and learn less support from the family. So, any views on that, ma'am?
Yeah, I encounter such problems quite frequently where mothers are stressed due to issues of their children. Now, what is commonly done is that when they have such issue, they take them to a doctor or they go take them to a center where the child is treated. But what about contact with the parents at home? What I would suggest that the parents should learn how to manage themselves first, have faith and hope that they will be able to do the best for their child. So having a full knowledge of the issue, like say ADHD or autism. Regarding autism, we have a very wonderful autism therapy that keeps the parent equally aware of what is going into the child. The parent gets the learning. The parents understands that autism is a condition of neurological disorder where the child is not in touch with reality. The child is not able to make use of all the sense organs in a normal way. They cannot see way the other normal child sees or hear. They have a problem of sound. They have issue with touch. So all these things that are guided in the autism therapy that helps them to connect with the real world, and the parent gets the exact guidance. I have worked in Surat for 15 years and more with child guidance clinic, and there I have seen that the parents of autism and ADHD also suffer from underlying depression. Now, certain conditions cannot be cured, but you can make the best use of them. Nowadays, you must be knowing that people are hiring people with autism, they are hiring people with mental retardation also in hotels and restaurants because such people do have certain special abilities to contribute in society. They are not to be put into the side. And that is why, to educate parents, we have such programs that educate parents also, so that they know how to handle their children. So first, you should have faith that something best can be done for your child despite these issues. Now, if I have to go into the cases in detail, I may need a separate session with the person. But in general, I would say that in spite of the limitations of your child, you can help them by understanding the problem and learning simple, practical ways of relaxing yourself and your child, and in developing in them certain skills to empower them.
Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, we are very much thankful to you for answering so much calmly and delightfully and giving your valuable comprehensions to all the questions. So, coming to the end of the program, uh, I invite Dr. Thumar of BB Baria College, Navsari, to give a vote of thanks. Before that, just to have a quick glimpse to the participants that we are having 2 more days to go. One on combating burnout syndrome in professionals on day 2, and on day 3, it is signs of stress. So be there on the same time and take utmost advantage of the well-known speakers. Thank you so much. Tumar sir, please. Yeah.
Hello, Namaskar. Myself, Dr. R. Thumar from Bharia Science Institute, Navshari. See, today's program, mental, mind, mental health, and well-being. See, in starting, I say some sentence. See, we say that कहते हैं ना कि कर्म करते जाओ प्रेम अपने आप हो जाएगा. वही डिफरेंस है कर्म और प्रेम में. इसलिए when we feel good about ourselves as well as surrounding or the others, that makes our mind well, and we are well-being and we live very well. See, I am very, very thankful at first to the participant that participant and join this program. Secondly, I am very, very thankful to the speaker, Dr. Jani Madam. They give their valuable time and wonderful talk about the mind, mind development, and wellness of the mind. So in introducing, they introduce about the brain and differentiate the brain and mind and how to learn and how to make our mind well-being. They answering very well. And secondly, I will very, very, very thankful to the AOZ as well as Rutuja Foundation. Clear? They organize this program and give the opportunity to all of us to coordinate with each other and learn and how to make coordination. That's why what we say about this mental health, according to the Peter Close, they say the poor she is like the madam mention it in his talk. See, that is what okay, confidence, challenge, control, and commitment. All these four she make our mind healthy that we learn from the lecture or the talk that given by the madam. See, thirdly, I will very, very thankful to the president and founders of the AOZ, that is Dr. Mankodi Sahib. Clear? They very well introduced about the AOZ and fully organize the program and give the idea about this program to organize. And very, very thankful to the Dr. Puri Madam. But due to the technical fault, they are unable to join. And on the behalf of the Madam, Dr. Nail Madam introduced about the Rutuja Foundation. They are working for the women wellness or women well-being. See, lastly, I will thankful to Dr. Parth. They are very well anchoring, organizing all the programs, and lastly, very, very thankful to the technical organizer, Dr. Nail Madam. They organize and provide it time to concern all the talk and all the participants together. Okay, on the behalf of the AOZ and Rutuja Foundation, I lastly fully thankful to all of these members. They are directly or indirectly concerned for organizing this program. Okay, thank you and good night to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jani, Dr. Kumar. So coming to the end of first day program, as I said, we are having also 2 days. One day with Dr. Sudipta Roy and another day with Miss Kanan Raval. So requesting all the participants to join at the same time and take the maximum benefit from the speakers. Once again, thank you so much to all the participants, to the speaker, to Rutuja Foundation for joining, and to all the technical team, Dr. Nehal, Dr. Devkar, and the office bearers for organizing such a great event. We all will meet tomorrow at the same time. Good night, Shubh Ratri, Namaste to everyone. Bye.